So today we're going to cover what will probably be the most popular topic, which is going to be on how to make money. I'm going to break it down in autistic detail for everyone here. So I'm going to give you an understanding of how to make money better than you've ever had it before in probably a 4-part series, so 4 hours of training on how to make money starting from today. They always give the same example of the 5,000 a year salesman. It's a very good example. Anyone heard of this before in like these old school business books? The 5,000 a year salesman. What they talk about is the power of your self-image, what you believe would be the upper ends of how much money you can make. And they give examples of like, they call him the 5,000 a year salesman. He makes 5K a year, he's got potential, and he's given a promotion, he's given a better area to sell in. Let's say it's a door-to-door sales company, and they send him to an even better, affluent, rich area. Okay, you've got potential, you're going to make a lot of money. He makes 5,000 a year. The next year, he gets sick for months and months and months, and he's out of work, and he's slow. He ends the year making 5,000. Obviously, we can say this is like 50,000. This is using examples from like 100 years ago, probably. He ends the year on the same amount. Very interesting, isn't it? Why is he making roughly the same amount? Why have you made roughly the same amount for a very long time, whether it's 0 or whatever number it is? Why has our fathers made within like a 20% range for the last 30 years? Because of self-image. Because it would feel odd. It would feel like you're defying your perception of yourself if you made more or less than that. Let's say for the guys who've started to make some money now, like, there's a few people who were typing before. Just type 1 if you're consistently making more than $5,000 a month. Type 1. I don't expect there to be too many. For these guys right now, for the same guys who've just typed 1, if your money went straight to 0, you'd probably, like, correct me if I'm wrong, you'd probably get it back to 5K like fairly quickly, like 10 times faster than it took you to get there again, right? It would feel weird if you went to 1K a month again, right? Even though 1K a month is still like, it's still kind of nice, but it would go below your range of like what you deem acceptable for yourself. And we have this range with everything, with how much money we make, with how ungroomed we'll let ourselves be. Once you get to a certain point, that's when you go for the haircut. That, some people's range can be super high up, some people's range can be very, very like broad like this. But you have this kind of range for your standards for everything. The issue is our range for our standards for how much money we make is actually fairly low. Because this lower end, we're okay with not making much. We're okay with, I mean, some of us are okay with not showering every day, not brushing our teeth every day. The range was too broad and it was too low there. So I've said, when you visualize all these things that we want, the house, the travel, the car, anything else in this list, forget all of them for now. Because when you go into this season of your life where you want to actually fulfill this money layer, if you come with it with expenses, if you come with it with these desires that everyone else does, you're going to probably get the same kind of results as everyone else, right? Everyone wants these things. You saw everyone's answer was the exact same. Literally, like, we like to believe we're like unique people. You answered exactly how mediocre people answer. It's the exact same question. So if you've got the same desires as mediocre people, but we don't, we almost look down on them and think, damn, they don't even know about self-improvement. They don't even read books or educate themselves. It's kind of stupid, right? So why do we have the same desires as them? This isn't to say that we never actually want these things, but to keep them in mind right now makes you weak. It makes you need money. When you need money, when you have this scarcity mindset, that's when it becomes so much harder to make money. What you need right now, just for now, this, eventually you're still going to, of course, buy the house. But what I'm saying is, if you destroy the desire, like this, that kind of vague goal in your mind, or the vague image of your mind of like, yeah, when I make money, that's when I'll get these things. If you just destroy that and think to yourself, one of the most powerful mindsets you can have I don't need money. If you can adopt this mindset, you will stand out. I don't need money. Now, of course,